Is attraction about looks, muscle, or money? Most men think it's purely about height and muscles, but what if I told you it is something completely different and surprising? In this video, I'll walk through research on attraction and tell you what women find the most attractive. Stick around because some of these findings are surprising, and they will influence how you think about fitness, dating, and overall health. For decades, researchers have examined which physical traits in men are associated with attraction. Early attention focused on factors like height, facial features, and overall body size, but they never came up with a good answer for this. In research conducted by Griffith University and California State University, scientists wanted to determine which physical traits actually predicted male attractiveness. They recruited young college men and took standardized photographs of them. One set showed full-body shirtless images, and another focused on the upper body in tank tops, with faces obscured to remove facial influence. The researchers also assessed each participant's physical strength using grip tests and additional measures, recorded their height and weight, and calculated body fat percentages. These images were then shown to women, who were divided into two groups. One group rated the men for perceived strength, while the other group rated overall physical attractiveness. The results were really interesting. They found that perceived upper body strength was the single strongest predictor of male attractiveness. Men who appeared strongest on their upper bodies were consistently rated as the most attractive. Traits such as well-developed shoulders, a defined chest, and toned arms accounted for over 70% of the attractiveness ratings. In contrast, height, long assumed to be a major factor, explained only about 10% of the ratings once upper body strength was considered. Body weight played an even smaller role. Even among shorter men, those who appeared stronger were rated more attractive than taller men who looked weaker. The takeaway is clear. Upper body strength has the most dominant influence on female perception of male attractiveness. Now, from an evolutionary standpoint, this makes perfect sense. Upper body strength signals that the partner is strong, and they'd be able to protect you if needed. Another surprising physical trait that has been linked to female perception of attractiveness is a specific body proportion. Men with a V-shaped torso, broad shoulders, and chest with a narrower waist tend to be rated as both stronger and more attractive. This shoulder-to-waist ratio is particularly predictive. Even among men of similar overall size, those with a more pronounced V-shape consistently received higher attractiveness scores. From a medical perspective, the preference for a V-shaped torso is predictable. Broad shoulders and muscular development are associated with higher testosterone levels, while a narrower waist often reflects lower visceral fat and better metabolic health. Women may have developed a preference for this because it signals physical fitness, genetic quality, and the ability to provide protection. The study also revealed an interesting fact. Women's preferences vary depending on the type of relationship they are seeking. For short-term or casual relationships, features such as muscularity, upper body strength, and height tend to be even more influential. When asked to indicate their ideal short-term partner, women assigned roughly 40% of their preference to physical traits. For long-term relationships, physical attractiveness remains relevant, but other qualities, such as kindness, reliability, emotional stability, and resource provision, take on greater importance. In long-term relationships, the emphasis on muscularity and strength is somewhat reduced, reflecting a broader assessment of partner suitability. From an evolutionary standpoint, this pattern makes sense for long-term partnerships. Women prioritize partners who demonstrate emotional stability, commitment, and investment in the relationship, as these traits signal reliability and the ability to support a family. One of the most compelling aspects of this research is how physical attractiveness and health align. The traits women tend to find most appealing, strong upper body and a V-shaped torso, are also associated with markers of optimal health. Well-developed upper body strength is linked to better cardiovascular function, stronger bones, improved insulin sensitivity, and lower risk of metabolic disorders. A narrower waist, reflecting lower visceral fat, corresponds to reduced risk of heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. This means that working to develop these physical traits supports both attractiveness and overall health. The exercises that most effectively build this physique, such as pull-ups, rows, and presses, offer a dual benefit for appearance and well-being. That will be the end of today's video. Now you know what females really like in a guy. Before you click off, subscribe to the channel. It will really help the channel out, and also, you'll get science-backed insights on men's health, fitness, and physical development every day. The kind of guidance that helps you make smarter choices for both your body and your long-term well-being. Thanks for watching.